So the most significant thing that we want to say to you, and we so want you to relax and know it, is that there are two ways for you to know what this relationship between who you're being right now, this red hot minute, with what you're thinking and feeling, what your point of attraction is, what your current grid is that you've got going on, and the you that's in your vortex. Two ways for you to understand that relationship. First, how you feel right now. Sometimes it's a little confusing. Esther's been listening to us for a long time. She sat on that bus in a state of confusion. She was feeling something. She didn't understand what she was feeling, and she was feeling a little bit guilty about feeling something that she didn't want to feel. And we say, are you guilty when your gas tank says empty? So guilty about that, I've put a happy face sticker over it. I don't want to read my indicators. Because what if my indicator is indicating something unwanted? Then doesn't that mean I'm inappropriate in some way? No, it means your indicator is working. It means there's something that you want that you're not a vibrational match to. So the first way is you feel it. The second way, we love you very much. It's going to manifest and it's going to be obvious. Don't you sort of like that? Don't you like it when something that you felt manifests and you recognize, oh, that's what that was about. And then you are in the perfect position. To smooth out your vibration, what we call prepave for your future experience. So we would like to make a startling, maybe to some of you, certainly blunt statement. We think it would be a good idea if you would do your creating in advance. In other words, just plan for things as you want them to be, and then just live with what you've already planned. You're following? Yeah. Good. We're eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. So now we're explaining to you. Stay with us. You're really going to like this. By the end of this day, you will understand this. And as you move forward in the next few days, things that you've been wanting will be realities, and you will understand it's because your vibration has shifted as a result of this understanding. So just softly listen and enjoy this explanation. So we've been talking recently about this vortex, and now we're telling you that where you stand, because of what you think and how you feel, you are creating a vibrational grid. It's like a framework of things that will fill in with manifestation. We'll fill in with more abundance. We'll fill in with more vitality. We'll fill in with more friends. We'll fill in with each and every detail of all of the things that you've been asking for that are right now, some of them, only a vibrational reality. And since you've been saying, Abraham, I appreciate the concept of the vibrational reality. I'll even go along with you and call it the vortex of creation. But until some of that stuff starts manifesting, I'm not feeling very excited about the concept of the vortex. And we say, well, then let's marry it with the concept of the grid. And as you prepare a vibrational nucleus, the contents of the vortex will flow right in and fill in your grid. Not all at once. You wouldn't want that. You don't want to eat all the food that you're going to eat for the rest of this life today, do you? You really don't. You want it to come incrementally and satisfyingly, but you don't want it all today. And you don't want the contents of your vortex to download into your experience all today. You don't. You want it to come incrementally. You want it to come naturally. You want it to be the next logical step. You want it, in fact, don't worry about it because it can't come otherwise. You want it to come when you're ready for it. And that's really what we're talking about. We're talking about how can you be ready for what you're asking for? Because almost all of you would say, I'm ready now. I'm ready to win the lottery. It's why I buy tickets every day. I'm ready to find my lover. I'm ready. And we say, if you are ready, it's happened. And if it hasn't happened, you're not ready. So what are you going to do to get ready? You got to stop doing that thing that you do that keeps you from being ready. I got to stop doing that thing I do that keeps me from being ready. What do you mean? Talking about the absence of what you want. That's that thing you do that keeps you from being ready. You don't mean to, but you keep practicing the vibration of the absence of what you want. And you got to cut that out. Well, that means I have no friends left. Because that's pretty much what we all talk about. Can't watch television. It's what they talk about. So what do I do? And we say, first, just accept that what you want is there. And that all you have to do is prepare yourself vibrationally. And just like water flows downstream, it will begin flowing into your experience. And then try just a little bit some of the things that we'll be talking about here today. And watch how some of those things that have been holding out begin coming in. And as you acknowledge, I can see how my deliberate effort, we use that word very softly, my deliberate effort, my deliberate focus, my deliberate caring about feeling good, so I deliberately contoured my thoughts into more general thoughts that felt better. I can see how this manifestation is a direct response of that. A direct response. And then, it's really nice if you pay attention to all things that come, wanted and unwanted, because it's all the same. When something really wonderful happens, Esther would say, as these concepts were new to her, I did that. She just felt exhilarated. She could see the trail. And when something unwanted happens, she says, I did that. I did that too. Don't you love knowing that you have the ability to contour your vibration all day, every day into precisely that which will please you? And don't you love this cooperative universe that is showing you the components that are equaling the vibration that you've got going on? Don't you love knowing that there's no chance, there's no fate, there's no someone else pushing themselves into your experience? There's no assertion, there's no lack of control. You have complete control because you have the ability to think and feel and watch what happens, and then think and feel and watch what happens, and then think and feel and watch what happens. It's so wonderful to be in mindful, deliberate control of your own vibration, because things are always working out for you, no matter how it looks at any point in time. Things are always working out for you. And as soon as you acknowledge that and begin deliberately applying your ability to think and feel, and then watch the cooperative, benevolent, loving universe say, here you go, just what you ask for. Here you go, just what you ask for. Oh, didn't mean to ask for that. Well, here you go, just what you asked for. Didn't mean to ask for that either. Well, here you go, just what you asked for. Maybe I need to rethink this. Maybe I need to rethink it and refeel it and rethink it and refeel it and rethink it and refeel it. Here you go, just what you asked for. Much better. We're eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. There is nothing that is off limits. You'll notice a perfect unfolding as we're moving forward here today. You already have a sense of what we want to talk about with you. We want to help you get to the vibrational frequency that allows what you want. We want to help you tune to who you really are. We want you to not worry about anything that happens, because everything that is happening, we're just going to enjoy it ourselves for a minute. Everything that is happening to you, everything that is happening to you, everything that is happening to you is temporary. Because it's responding to your now frequency, now frequency, now frequency, now frequency, now frequency. So if there's something happening and you don't like it, you just got to change your now frequency. It really is as simple as that. And it really is more simple than you know. We have enjoyed this interaction a lot. It has been a leading edge conversation where a lot of you have come into a new place of understanding. You feel like you've got something that you can go home with and apply. So if we were standing in your physical shoes, the things that we would have gotten that we feel that we could go home and apply are these. I can control the way I feel regardless of what's going on, and I seek to do that because the way I feel is everything. My emotions let me know my relationship with everything that I want. And when I control my emotion, I control my relationship with everything that I want. There is no other factor that exists anywhere in my time-space reality or elsewhere that affects the way things come to me or don't. I am singularly responsible and singularly in control of everything that happens in my experience. I have the ability to look at what is in a way that doesn't please me, or I have the ability to look at what is in a way that does please me. Whether I'm focused, past, present, or future, I'm doing it all right now. And my relationship with the opinion of my source on those same subjects is active within me right now and giving me feedback. When I feel exhilaration, I am in complete harmony with the opinion of my source. And the opinion of my source is what? What is the opinion of my source? What is it that source is really reaching for with me? What does source most want relative to me? Source wants me to be the recipient of everything that I've been asking for. And source is so determined that I will have that success that source never strays from an understanding or from a focus upon exactly what I am wanting. So much so that my emotion lets me know when someone has strayed. And every single time it's me. And I know what to do about it now. Go general. The more specific I get, the more I stray. The more general I get, the more I come back into alignment. So I'm going to come into alignment and then I'll stray a little. And then I'll come into alignment and I'll stray a little until I have tuned my frequency to the frequency of source, to the opinion of source, to the knowing of source, to the expectation of source on everything that is important to me. And when I achieve a chronic, consistent expectation that matches the expectation that source holds for me on the subjects that matter to me, now the grid fills in, the grid fills in, the grid fills in, the grid fills in, and people who are watching me are watching in amazement. Who are you? They say. How is it that you barely express your desire for something and someone walks up with you to a very clear-cut path for the receiving of it? And you say, I am the keeper of my promise to the source within me. I said, I'll go forth and sift and sort, and I will carve out lanes of expansion for all of us. And the source within me said, and I will follow the track of your desire, and I will hold to the frequency of that, and I will send a signal that is so bright about that you can't miss it. Because you will always feel emotion around something that matters to you. The guidance will always be there. Strong emotion indicates it really matters. Strong negative emotion means I'm off the track. Strong positive emotion means I'm on the track. We think your guidance system is perfect, and we think you have been playing it out in a perfect way. We think that the world that is before you is a very bright world. We think the world that is here right now is just exactly right. We think that you are the creator of your own experience, and we think that right now, this very moment, you know that in a more vivid way than you've ever known it before. The second thing that we think that you've gathered from this is that, at least it's what we would have wanted to take away from it if we were standing in your physical shoes. Contrast, every bit of it is a good thing. And when I stand in a place that didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to, or even I thought maybe it should have, that rather than beating up on myself about the incompletion of this desire, instead, I'm going to take this contrast as the exact thing that it is, more information for meaningful expansion, because it means there's something in my vortex that this new contrast is going to help me to sort out. You're the creator of your experience. You are not a regurgitator. You're not a puppet on a string. You are the creator of your experience. Do you get that? And don't you want the information with which to create? And don't you like the support that we all provide once you've carved it out? Don't you really like it that there's someone that says, well, you've forgotten, but you really, really want this. And you've forgotten this, but you really, really want this too. And you might have forgotten about that, but in the third grade, you decided that you really, really wanted that. And you really, really want this, and you want this, and you want this, and you want this, and it's all here. And it all is in harmony with itself. In other words, there's nothing that's in your vortex that's out of character or out of vibrational alignment with everything else. We've enjoyed this interaction immensely. There is great love here for you. And it is our continuing promise to you that we will stand fully in